Iceland travel should command a great deal of respect. Harboring a diminutive population of 330,000, this enticing landscape has opened its doors to the world, pulling back the curtain on all that makes this country so special. Here are the things you should be careful about when visiting this beautiful country. Don't do this in Iceland. Number 1, don't leave your coat at home. The weather in Iceland can change rather dramatically over a single day. While most days during the summer are predictable, you can still experience sunshine in the morning, rain in the afternoon, and snowfall in the evening. With changing winds added to the top of that, this weather pattern is even more common and extreme during the winter, with the occasional snowstorm for fun. So even if the weather looks fabulous from your hotel window, you should still bring your warm coat for the trip to Gullfoss and Geysir, or any trip. You will hopefully not need it, but there's always a chance you might. And if that's the case, you'll be happy to have it. Number 2, don't underestimate the weather. The temperature range is not drastic. It can go up to 20 degrees Celsius in high summer, and in winter it usually doesn't get any lower than negative 15 degrees Celsius. The average temperature is about 10 degrees Celsius in the summer and negative 1 degree Celsius in the winter. There is very little snow in Iceland on average, despite its name. What's challenging here in Iceland is the wind. Tourists should expect constant winds near the sea, from mild gusts to blowing gales. We sometimes joke that calm winds in Iceland mean calm winds in the entire North Atlantic. Further inland, the winds are a little lighter, unless you go up into the highlands, where they can blow fiercely. These are obviously days when the air is calm, but these are rare and should not be counted on. Number 3, don't get caught in the dark or light. The amount of daylight you experience in Iceland might be drastically different than what you're used to. During the months of June and July, it is never dark, while in December and January, it is dark from about 3:30 to about 11:30 a.m. the next day. So from mid-May to mid-August, the sun goes down for just a few hours, which means that it is light almost all the time. For this reason, visitors often bring masks to help them sleep. Midwinter is the polar opposite, with about 5 hours of daylight. By the way, in Iceland, birding means dawn and myrkur means dark. Number 4, avoid buying bottled water in stores. The tap water in Iceland is among the purest in the world. It's neither chlorinated nor fluorinated, meaning simply that there's no need to do so. In fact, tourists' main complaint about the Icelandic water is its lack of taste, because there's almost nothing in it except water. So when you visit Iceland, be sure to get a reusable flask and drink the water that comes straight from the tap instead of wasting money on bottled water. Not only will you save your money, but there is an additional benefit of helping the environment by not purchasing products packaged in plastic. We all know how long that takes to degrade. That said, if you want sparkling water, there is a decent variety available at most supermarkets. Number 5, don't drive too fast. The speed limit in Iceland runs from 30 to 90 kilometers per hour. You'll always want to keep your eyes on the posted limit, since speeding tickets are quite hefty. For example, going 60 kilometers per hour where their speed limit is 50 will get you an $80 fine. Going 110 kilometers per hour in a 90-kilometer zone will cost you $400. Near residential areas, schools, and hospitals, you will be expected to drive slowly, going 61 kilometers per hour in a 30 kilometers per hour zone. It will really hurt. $550 in fines, plus the loss of your driving permit for 3 months. Not only that, but fines usually start at 6 kilometers per hour above the speed limit. So even going just a few kilometers over the posted limit can get you pulled over. Number 6, do not drive off-road. You might have seen some travel commercial where people are driving around in a Jeep at high speeds over sand or grassy hills, having a blast, suggesting that it's okay to drive anywhere you want while in Iceland. This is far from reality. Off-road driving is taken very seriously in Iceland, and if you're caught, you could be fined up to $2,000 and be required to fix the damage you caused. So no matter what you see on television or how harmless it looks, don't go off the road. Number 7, please don't go hiking alone, and don't ignore warning signs. While the nature in Iceland is breathtaking, it is also dangerous. Every year, tourists get lost or have accidents while hiking in isolated areas. While the local rescue teams find most, unfortunately, some die due to exposure or are never seen again. So if you want to go hiking in remote areas of Iceland, please go with a group, preferably a guided tour, and be sure that someone at your hotel knows your plans and can watch for your return. Also, please remember that warning signs are there for a reason. They are not merely erected as a precaution, in case someone might sue, as many travelers might think. Warning signs in Iceland are usually only placed in locations where there is a real danger. And if you think you know what you're doing, you should know that the warning sign was likely placed there because someone before you also thought he knew what he was doing. Number 8. Don't expect that you can see everything during your stay. Iceland may not look very big on the map, and I know that some tourists think they can cover all the major highlights of Iceland in one trip. This is not possible unless you're staying for months. As you might know, the population of Iceland is just over 300,000 people, and that of course means less urban areas and more nature. Unless you will be traveling for weeks, we recommend that you select one of 2 regions for your first trip and then just come back to explore other parts of the country. Number 9. Don't stop in the road to take pictures. We get it, the Icelandic landscape is so picture perfect, you can't help but want to pull out your camera around every corner. But please don't do it. Refrain from stopping the car and pulling out your camera until you found a safe place to park the car off the road. Too often you'll come across someone stopping their car right in the middle of the road so they can hop out to take pictures. You might think it will be just a few seconds, but all it takes is a few seconds for a car to come around the corner and turn things around into a different and dangerous situation. So when you see a picture-perfect view, keep a lookout for a safe area to pull over that will keep yourself and other drivers safe during your photography stop. Number 10. Don't forget to exchange your leftover Kronas before you leave Iceland. The Icelandic krona is a tiny currency that is almost never accepted by banks outside of Iceland. So if you have any Icelandic kronas, you should exchange them before leaving the country. Unless you want to keep them as souvenirs, there is a bank at the airport that will happily accept your remaining kronas in exchange for the more common currency of the world. That was all from us today. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time.